ask you, first off, everybody being ready to go, all being back tonight.
Yeah.
How do you feel about just how he's feeling? You feel like the game off took care of everything that he's going through physically right now.
Hope so.
And congrats again to Coach Kwame. But you also got 2 All-Stars now too. Like one from Kawhi, he hasn't been in the game in 3 years, so he's going through a lot to get back to this point. Like, what are your conversations with him specifically about getting through his injury, getting back to being the player that he was, and being able to maintain that, even elevated to what he has this year?
Yeah, we haven't had those conversations, but it's just good seeing Kawhi healthy. We all know he's an all-star when he's feeling good and when he's healthy. As far as, like I said, the coach of the month, it's just a tribute to my coaching staff. All the hard work they put in to get to this point, and everything they have to do and sacrifice. Every single day. Stay ready games, extra film, all the stuff they had to do to put in work to get to this point. And along with our players, losing 6 in a row when James first got here to where we're at now today. Just the constant work, the constant communication amongst our players and coaching staff has been great. And so I give them all the credit. So when I win Coach of the Month, it's for all of us. And like I said, it feels good to come from where we came from to where we're at now. As far as All-Star, like I said, Kawhi and PG, very happy for them. Very happy that Kawhi can, get back to that stature as far as, being healthy. We know, when he plays, he's a top 5 talent in this league, top 5 player. And but it all wouldn't have happened without James. James Harden has been huge for our team. Him coming here and, like I said, being a traditional point guard who can get guys involved, but also can score the basketball. And so, James has played a big part, a huge part in where we're at today. And so just happy to have him. And so he's one of our all-stars as well, along with Russ, who sacrificed so much, out of all 4 of those guys to be willing to come off the bench, take less minutes. And so, to me, all 4 of those guys are all-stars.
Ty, during your playing days, in your bio, did you always list that you were a Detroit Lions fan?
Yes, until Barry Sanders retired.
What? Do you want to get that?
That's what I put.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Coach, you had mentioned, talked about Russell Westbrook. I know this was, what was that conversation like when he decided, or when you guys decided to bring him off the bench?
Yeah, we had lost 6 games in a row, and he called me or he texted me the night before and just said he wanted to talk to me tomorrow before practice. And so I was like, all right, cool. So he came in, we were talking. He said, whatever I need to do to sacrifice to for us to get going and for us to win, I'm all on board. All I want to do is win. He said, I've done everything else in this league except for win the championship, and whatever it takes for me to do, I'm willing to do. If I got to come off the bench, and I said, well, let's try and see what it looks like. That might not be the answer, but he stepped up and he came to me with that, and so we tried, and ever since then we've taken off. So I appreciate that.
When just looking at the matchups, Detroit, it seems like they really want to play inside the 3-point line a lot. If we want to drive, we want to get to the mid-range. That needs to be when you kind of focus on defensively, you look at especially since it's broken, like how they play a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just Monty's got his team playing great. 2 good games with Milwaukee. Played Cleveland tight the other night. Beat OKC. So they're playing good basketball. When you have a young team, it's hard to sometimes finish games, but they've been in a lot of games this year, mostly all the games this year. And so just finding out how to win down the stretch when you have a young team. And so Monty's done a great job of just making sure guys are playing hard, they're playing the right way. And so we got to be be ready for those guys attacking the paint, like you said, but also getting back in transition. Making them play against our half court defense, not letting them get out early in transition and get easy baskets and start feeling good. But they are playing really good. And like I said, they just got to try to figure out how to close games. But Monty has them playing good basketball.
Yeah, I know I asked you the other night about James and him being the scorer. It's easy to see that when Paul is out, but and especially in a game like this, you got a young team who doesn't really they haven't played the role that well. That's like, how do you balance James' role as being a facilitator with getting him to be, aggressive when
Yeah, I
all
mean-
the best guys are playing.
Yeah, that's up to him. I think he does a great job of just reading the pick and roll and how teams are playing him. If he has to be aggressive and scoring the basketball, he'll do that. But 9 times out of 10, he's gonna make the right play. And so we don't want to just force him like you got to be a scorer. Like just do what you do. Like he's one of the best pick and roll players in this game in this era. And so whatever he sees fit, then do it. But when he has a chance to be aggressive to score the basketball, we would like him to do that as well.
What's that balance like between you kind of making play calls and everything, and you just kind of let players play?
You mean with James? I mean, well, he's going to run pick and roll, so I can't tell you how teams are going to play it. They're going to switch coverages up. We come into the game, show film before the game of how they play teams before us and how they're going to play pick and roll. But it's his decision to make, take shots. Or if I see he's open 3 or 4 times, he don't take the shot, then I'm like, James, you're open. Like you got to be ready to score the basketball or shoot it. But for the most part, try to put guys in their spots and their positions where they're comfortable at, and allow them to make the play.
This is random. Your thoughts on the way Brandon Boston played the other night?
Yeah, really good game. I thought it was, a really professional game for him. Just understanding how we need him to play when he's on the floor with James, Kawhi, Russ, PG. And I thought he did that. And it reminded me a lot of training camp. When we came into training camp, he really had a good camp of just be able to play off the basketball, taking his open shots, driving closeouts, playing second side pick and roll. And I thought defensively he did some good things as well last game. So a very professional game for him, especially having played in a while to come in and play the way he did. It was good to see.
Thank you.
Yeah.